Did they do it because they thought so many celebrities in one spot is a thing? Because they want to get celebrities in one spot. You go to the Betty Ford Clinic. I mean, that's where you go. You don't go to the Emmys. We dribble in there.
You can't throw a party that people don't want to come to. And I think a lot of people woke up in the morning, they turned on the TV, and they saw that we were at war, and they said, I've got concerns about showing up.
I think people saw we were at war, and that put them in a good mood. I think people were going, oh, good. We're fighting back.
Because you can have sex with people more easily. You know, I may never see you again. What the hell? Let's go. You know, that's yes, the good part about war, and you know it.
So just talking about the fact that since we started our counterattack yesterday, I think that put people in a good mood. It would have been the perfect time to have the Emmys. And USA Today said the decision was made, quote, soon after some top TV stars backed out. And I think, as usual, a lot of people, a lot of the stars in Hollywood sort of covered their fear with false humility. You know, it was a lot of that, well, we can't have the Emmys because we're just insignificant and it's not really about us. When really maybe they were just afraid because they think they're insignificant, however, they're the next target.
Or maybe.
The World Trade Center, the Pentagon, us.
I think people didn't want to come because of those who said that, because they felt that they might look kind of trivial. And what if we gave out the awards and nobody was there? Then they'd look like these people were just hell-bent to give out awards, and I think people were concerned about that.
But the stars should show up. I thought
they should.
I thought the terrorists win when we don't get back to normal.
Yes, but Will, we actually went to war yesterday. That was the difference.
We went to war September 11th. What are you all saying yesterday?
The military went to war.
September 11th, the president said we're at war.
Our brave soldiers went to war. They stepped up and did their part.
For the people in show business who did not want to attend yesterday, I think that they felt that they didn't want to share the spotlight with those same brave men and women who were putting themselves in harm's way. And they thought that it would be better for them to not make that comparison, and that they would trivialize the contributions those other people were making.
You know,
you may not buy it, but that's what their thoughts were.
I really think it's part of the Hollywood guilt complex, is that Hollywood would get dumped on.
I can understand both sides of the fence. Also, it's one thing to go to a meeting, yes, we're still here, but to say, I won, and I'm so happy, you feel guilty too.
That's the difference, and that's what
I can understand that also.
People were totally responding to that. And in fact, keep in mind, I mean, I don't want to become the apologist for the stars that didn't show up. The Academy actually said, let's go on. This is important. We've been told by our president, even by Mayor Giuliani, to do exactly what you're suggesting, to carry on. And so we already postponed once, and then we set it for the 7th. So
and even as it was going to be presented, it was sort of not really the Emmys anyway. It was a lot of
toned down.
It was toned down, and we are not worthy.
You know, it was one of those things where 50% are going to like what you do and 50% aren't, and so you try to do the right thing. But
I didn't talk to anyone who wanted the Emmys canceled.
They wanted the Emmys,
and they wanted the Emmys the way you do the Emmys, with the red carpet and show business.
Honestly, I feel like that was a minority opinion in Hollywood. I mean, I think
the
people wanted some changes because they wanted to feel like they were being respectful.
It was also different yesterday because they came out and they said, we have bombed Afghanistan and get ready for retaliation. And I think everybody thought, oh my God, let's stay home. What's the first thing you think? I want to stay home.
Stay home with my family.
I want to stay home with my family. I can
on.
understand what a lot of people said. I'm not going now.
You know, I saw this guy on Larry King last night, Larry Johnson. He's a terrorism expert. He said, one thing everyone can do is stop being afraid.
Well, I think that's good advice.
But I don't think that's the message that the Emmy thing sent. I mean, they didn't want to fly out from New York. They didn't want to gather in this one building. You know, I think we need to put on a braver face to these terrorists. I think they need to see a little steely resolve here, that they're not winning, that we're not afraid, that we're not wallowing in our pain, that we are just really out to, do the justice and not be what I think they think of as Americans sometimes, as people who are...
What's wrong with Emmy winners winning humbly with some humility?
Right.
They were prepared. Everyone was prepared.
It's also boring.
They fake that every year anyway.
Why should...
These are actors and actresses. They couldn't pull this off.
You wanted to be the full of fun. I didn't want a maudlin show. I didn't want to see
and in
them
fact, it
all
would've-
being sad.
Ellen DeGeneres was busy putting some of the humor back into it, and I think it would have had some moments that were very touching and some moments that were pretty darn funny, and we were hoping that it would all be something that lifted spirits, but obviously you can't do that if people don't show up.
Are we going to have it now?
They're going to just mail them. Just
they-
mail
Well,
the damn things.
I-
Everyone, Sarah Jessica Parker, how much longer can she wait? Just mail her the damn Emmy. That's
Well,
it.
that's true. If I have to put them in the back seat of my car and deliver them, I'll do it.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.